morning, it's Tina. Are you considering adopting a plant-based diet? Here's a couple things we need to chat about then. I want you to be prepared for what you're in store for. And some people may not tell you this, or if you haven't done your research properly, you may not have heard of this. And what I'm referring to is detox. And I want to explain to you how to avoid it. So let's get started. There's a couple of schools of thought on going plant-based. And I'm not a doctor, and I don't play one on TV. But I've experienced this, and I've done it, and my husband has done it, and I've got a little bit of experience, and so I just wanted to share that experience with you and just give you my opinion. Now, some doctors will say, do it cold turkey. Just go through your cupboards and your refrigerator and throw everything out and start plant-based and just go for it. And I can understand that mentality. However, some will say, just start increasing your vegetables and your fruits, and as you increase the good, you will automatically decrease the bad. That's what I'm going to recommend, and I'll tell you why. So, I, for one, as I've said, I'm a food addict, and I am a sugar addict. I'm in recovery right now, but that doesn't mean I'm not an addict. Now, I have one of those diet brains, okay? And what I mean by that is the minute my brain thinks diet, it shuts down. I start craving. I start binging, okay? Diet brain. So long as I just eat right, my brain doesn't know I'm on a diet. It's not a diet, okay? It's not a diet. Get that out of your brain. It's a lifestyle change. I've adopted a healthy lifestyle, and that lifestyle is plant-based. And I get as much whole food plant-based as I possibly can, which means very little, if any, processed foods. Now, that means I have tortillas once in a while. I have crackers once in a while. I have bread once in a while. I have seitan, tofu, tempeh once in a while. So predominantly whole food, but not 100% whole food. Someone who is 100% whole food won't have any of those things. They just eat fruit, veg, whole grain, which means whole oat groat, whole wheat, the actual intact wheat pearl, not a processed flour. Okay? So that's your difference. And the reason why I say increase the good, slowly decrease the bad is detox. If you go 100% cold turkey, your body goes into withdrawals and it goes into detox, and it's a rapid transformation. All of a sudden you have shut a door, okay? So all of those things that you're used to getting, you're not getting anymore. Your brain goes into overload and your body goes into overload. And detox symptoms, from what I understand, are massive. You're gonna think you fell into hell in a pit, okay? Your skin will break out. You will have hot flashes. You will have headaches. You can get really bad rashes. And from what my husband said, because he did this once before, severe abdominal cramps. Okay, it can range from severe diarrhea to severe constipation and pain. Now, I lived with chronic pain for years, and I don't want to do anything to my body that's going to cause more pain. I'm trying to get away from the pain, and that's why I did this, right? So I didn't want pain. So my husband had been vegetarian previously, before I met him, and then had started eating meat again. So when I went plant-based, at first he was like, I'm never going to do that. And then after I had done it for a couple months, he said, okay, I have to support you and I have to help you. And what kind of husband would I be if I didn't support you? So the whole family will now be plant-based. And that was really a weight off me. I can't tell you how hard it was in the beginning. I had to still cook meat for him, still have cheese in the house for him, still have whole milk for him, even though I didn't want those things. And I had to cook all those things for him and my daughter. And my food was basically the side dish. So I started eliminating oil, and I started cooking without oil, and I just made his meat separate. Now my daughter had braces at the time, and she was correcting a narrow palate. So eating meat was very hard for her. So when I first started doing this, and as I said, my main dish was their side dish, she just would omit the meat too and just eat whatever I had. So that was a weight off me as well. I felt really good about that. So that was the way we started, and I transitioned slowly. I started 2 meals a week without any meat, and then I went to 3 meals and 5 meals, and then the less I had meat, the less I wanted meat. I did it slowly over a 2-month period. And I'd actually done my research way before that point. So 6 to 9 months I gave this research, writing down recipes, reading all the doctors, reading the books, listening to YouTube videos, reading articles, checking out exactly what I wanted to do and exactly how I wanted to do it. And that helped. That really helped, because then I knew what I was getting myself in for. I knew what I was going to do, and I knew why I was going to do it. And I'm just amazed at how many people I see that, oh, this sounds good, or I watched this movie and I just want to do it. Well, now tell me how to do it. And they just make that decision really quickly. But everybody's different, and every personality is different. And just my background, I'm a researcher. That's who I am, and that's what I do. So I spent a lot of time researching it, and I knew what I was getting myself in for. And if you don't, that's why I make this channel, to help people who want to do this and don't know how. They don't know what to cook. They don't know how to cook it. They don't know what they're doing. And people like me, that's why we do this, is to help you. Because the more people that we can educate, the more people we get involved, the better our environment is. The better our planet is, the better our health system is, the better our country is, and the better our world is, okay? So that's why we do this. That's why we stand in front of the camera and we teach you to cook and we tell you about our experiences, okay? So because I did it slowly over a 2-month period, I didn't have any of that detox that my husband had told me about when he went vegetarian. So when he made that decision to do this with me, then I started taking him down slowly. And it took less time for him. He did it in a month, whereas I had taken 2. So that's my advice, and that's why I give that advice, is if you do it slowly, you won't have all those nasty detox symptoms, okay? And when I gave up sugar, I did that slowly. When I gave up coffee, I did that slowly. And by drinking tea instead of coffee, tea has a lot less caffeine. I didn't have any headaches from giving up the caffeine. So in my opinion, and who am I? Just someone standing here talking to you. It's my opinion. Do it slowly. Okay? Have a good day.